Welcome to the Punkery Show live from the best city in the world, San Fierro. As we have a small audience today, but best to get it out of the way now because Los Santos is coming up soon. So, GG. We're your hosts, Rashawn and Cash, along with Vega, who's just joined the server. So, last night did a donkey today on SM Arcader, who is a big idiot. And he's been an idiot for a long time, and he still is an idiot. You know, there's two types of idiots. An idiot that intends to act like an idiot, and an idiot that doesn't try to be an idiot, but is still an idiot. And SM Arcader is both of those. He used to be the first one, and now he's the second one. But he still is an idiot. So... obviously, we're in this limbo for quite a while, where there have been no major updates on the server since, 2017, I believe? Because I remember one of the last Rate My Chases with version 23 was Titty Boy and Jackie. That was in 2017, so I'm pretty sure it's been 2 years about 2 years since a actual update. And, you know, in some way that's okay, because there have been times where there have been long periods of time without an update, but ever since the Crazy Bob Antigua meme has been around, we've all kind of been in a crisis, and people have been like, oh, why server no get updates, why anti-cheat no get updates, why admins no do it. You know, and in reality, we are in limbo as much as everyone else is in limbo, because we don't know when and if anything will happen, and the only way that for sure something will happen is if relations are broken. And by that, I'm pretty sure some of you know what I mean. But you can't.
Jesus Christ.
You can't blame him for that, I guess. So SM Arcader was like, hey, not one of you admins can step up and take control of the server? Well, the problem, Kesh, with that is that no one has the ability to take over the server. Only Crazy Bob and Mr. X, who knows where the hell that guy is, you know. He comes out of nowhere once every long time, you know. Like I said, I listed 3 names. I said Neophyte, Doogie, Snoopek would be perfect candidates to, you know, give us something. And we have not been given nothing, you know. As people have wondered for quite a while, you know, the last updates as far as, you know, holiday was Christmas, right? Yeah, Christmas. And that took until December 26th to get,
weeks.
You know. Yeah, we didn't even get it on Christmas. We got it a day or two after, you know. No Valentine's Day. No Easter. No Canadian Independence Day.
Crazy Bob did have Valentine's Day, probably, you know? He just didn't let others have the fun.
Exactly, yeah. Here's the thing, you know, when... The thing is when, you know, you finally get your own Valentine's Day, you know, all those times of not being able to celebrate Valentine's Day are all forgotten. And you know, you go from being envious to, you know, trying to put envy in others. And I'm not saying he's putting envy on others, but that's probably what it'd be. And you know, if we had a few admins that were appointed and had permissions to give us stuff, maybe we'd be in a better boat.
I think some of this is a matter of how we always ask him do this for us, but we never ask him, how are you?
Ooh, yeah, that's the thing. That's
I
very true.
actually always thought at the beginning that you admins have like more, like, you know, hands-on approach. At least that you'd be trusted, like with, you know, like using server or like learning how to do FTP and putting like update on or something like that, you know, like some fucking use of you, you know, instead
No,
of being
like
fucking used.
that's the problem. It's like it's always like Crazy Bob's like, I made this. He doesn't want to share it.
Yeah, but man, it's 10 years old game. What's the value in it? I understand like maybe it would have like a marketing value or like some sort of like value for him of work, you know, when
Kyle Smith.
like the game was new or something like that. But it's 10 years old fucking game, you know? Just let people have like fun with it. I mean, you had like everyone knows you already, you gained your respect, everyone knows that you did it, you know, and they're thankful and stuff, but just man, let it go.
If he was around to hear it, he would probably agree, but I'm sure he's not. I wanted to reply like that, but instead I think it was better just to reply with yes to what Arcader was talking about.
I mean, like, I understand there's like trade secrets or whatever, you know. He wants to have like better SAMP server than the rest and everything. Like, yeah, man, but like it's fucking 13 years old or whatever now.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we've gone through a lot of time. SAMP as a whole is, except for RP servers, is no longer in its prime. For the future of the
It's almost
server,
like-
you know.
Bottom
almost-
line is we don't have permissions, and the people who do have the closest permissions are the people who use peep memes, so...
I mean, the thing is like,
Pepe.
Yes. Yes. What were you gonna say, guys?
the thing is that like it almost feels like he's like type of a person who's like either I have it or no one has it at all, you know? I mean, I don't know. Feels like that sometimes.
Maybe he is, we don't know, because right now he has voice on our...
Well, if he is that, I don't know what the fuck Mew is sticking with him. But
You know, well, maybe they both have the same quality, you know. But yeah, you know, Crazy Bob could have trust issues, you know. That could be it.
trust issues? That's why you get yourself internet girlfriend.
Based around what he's developed, yeah.
Yeah, you know, but you know, obviously it's tough to get into the mind of the dude. You would possibly think as big as said, possibly. You know, he probably does not feel any thanks for all the stuff he has done a few years ago when version 24 came out, because that's kind of the vibe that I kind of got. I don't remember how I got the vibe, but I just feel like there's lots of complaining after version 24, and version 24 was a great update. It was an excellent update. You know, obviously the biggest thing people were mad at was the hit system, which I think was
shit. I mean, like, what
kind
do
of
you
overblown.
expect? You don't do anything like for 6 years and then you do update. Yeah, it's great, whatever. But people gonna still be upset. They waited for so long. Like, seriously, like, he thinks he's gonna come down like Jesus from heaven and everyone's gonna lick his fucking ass. Like, hello, welcome to 2019. You have to keep people entertained, like, day-to-day basis or month-to-month basis. Not like completely desert them like for 6-10 years, like a fucking parent, you know, deserting a child, and then like you come back when the kid is 18 and you're like, oh, I'm back, be fucking thankful, I bought you a car for 18 years, like for 18th birthday, you know, you're supposed to like lick my fucking feet. No, bro, you've been gone all the fucking time.
Well, the issue now is, you know, as you said, he had been gone for a while. He gave the update, now he's been gone for a while again. So the same cycle would repeat, and if he's thinking that same thing that you are, then it's a lose-lose if he came out with another update. If he doesn't, people will complain. If he does, people will be like, where the fuck you been? You know, and it's...
complain and ask him for things when he does show up.
Yeah, so at this point, after all this time, he may as well not do anything.
I don't really have sympathy. Like, you brought this up on yourself. I mean, seriously. I know maybe this thing worked like in year 2000, like you could give people like scrapes and something in between and they would be happy, but like games are something completely different these days. People expect to be engaged like week to week based, like have updates, have something added to game stuff. It's not like, I don't know, it was time.
Yeah, it's true. A lot of other games they get updated pretty often. CNR is kind of
I mean, I'm
giving
like
us the idea.
looking even like at Rust, how old is like Rust? Rust was like their like survival game, like probably in times of DayZ, like before H1Z1, before PUBG, before Fortnite, before anything of that, there was like Rust. I don't know, it's like old game. Yet still like I run it like once every year and a half, and there's like not that much of community left, but every single time I come on that game, it has like updates and like good updates, I'm like, holy shit, they're like, I'm surprised they can be bothered, for that many people that play the game. But they always like adding something and like game actually feels like, I mean, for the game to be
Because the
fun,
whole entire world is up the ass about survival games.
Gay.
I mean, like, you have to like grind the game kinda and like be with friends to enjoy it, but like even for a day or two, if you play it alone, you can enjoy it because you see like, holy shit, they actually care about community somewhat, like new things are
Well,
being added and you think like, fuck, it's old game, like community is really not what it used to be, and still like they're trying, so
but
Because they are playing that shit of us, John.
is Rust free though? It's not Rust.
no,
Yeah, is it free though?
Oh, it's $20.
I think it
There
was
you go.
though at some point. I'm not sure.
Well, if CNR costed something, I'm sure he'd be more inclined to update it because you know what, those updates may bring those Rust dudes the cash, and
Yeah,
cash
but still,
is a big motivator. You know?
I just don't like understand like either why hold on to something so dearly that you care very little about.
Now
Or
that
cared
I
less
do agree
than-
with. I do agree with. Crazy Bob should 100% definitely give some people access to the server. You gotta let go of the baby. All right, you gotta pass it off.
There's like two possible solutions to this. Like you either like set like if you realize that you don't have time to upkeep something or like the love is not there anymore or whatever, be it in life changes and you can't do it anymore, then either you find like trusty people to do it for you and still keep your name, or just like pass it off completely onto someone. I mean, I don't know, or just like let it die, but something in between is
What,
like
Kyle Smith?
surely the
Dang.
worst.
Kyle Smith. Fucking Kyle Smith.
I just like don't understand this dude, right? Is like apparently like a really good coder or programmer, Yet he doesn't understand this concept. I don't know.
I think Crazy Bob just doesn't want it to become like mini mission.
I mean, sure, but you know, that could be a little bit of a point. But the problem with mini missions is that it was sold to like people who really didn't have much to do with the current community anyway. Like when Future's faggot ass sold it to Kyle Smith. Kyle Smith was not a mini missions player. And that led to his faggot ass selling the server because he saw it as a business opportunity as opposed to the players. And then he sold it to a faggot ass dude who was not part of the mini missions community either. He made some knockoff, and now the server's gonna close in a month because, people had been taking the server over who were not part of the community. With CNR, I don't think that would be an issue because, yeah.
Like if like admins got control over, or someone that bought it. I with CNR, I think like everything is pretty much set in place, to run as it runs. You just need to maintain it and put like updates on when it matters to put them on. And I don't think like someone would come in and drastically change something.
Yeah, I mean, it should like stay in house is what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it should stay in house. Like people that are part of the server already, obviously, would be maintaining the server. That's how it should be.
And not someone like that would like try to do something ridiculous with it, completely like flip it upside down. Just, I don't think like as it is, like it's almost good out of like box product, like server. I mean, it just like needs a little bit of tweaking here and there, and maybe like updates here and there, and I don't know, like putting it on time so people don't get frustrated, and that's really it. I don't think like you should like, it's not like some servers that are really shit compared to ours.
Yes, exactly. There need to be some things that need to be tweaked, so because the problem also is the communication, because Crazy Bob is not around very often, and whenever something is needed, you can't get it because his door is always closed, and if people act,
or he's not home,
or he's busy screwing. So the thing is, if we had a few people that
someone's getting demoted.
possibly. See, the problem is if you live in fear, then you get nothing done. That's the problem,
Yeah, and I'm glad some of the admins realized that, like, I don't know, maybe 1.5 years ago, but still, before it was more like, we need to stick together to present this business or whatever, Then you figure out it's not even a business, it's not even run like one, There's no unity, there's no nothing, so why pretend?
Yeah, this is exactly why I love what Chivo is doing, because he is showing that we can be loose and nothing will happen, and we could have always been loose and nothing would have happened. This is why I love what Chivo's doing. People are mad at him for doing stuff that is questionable, but I love it, and he is giving us the vibe that we can be loose, say anything, do anything, and it's all good. It's how it be. It's how it be. But hopefully.
But in terms of updates, okay. So this Arcader guy, okay. Did he list like what he expects anyway? I mean, like, what do people like? I know, like, before this last major update came out, right, there was like a long list of people always posting on forums like what missions could be added and stuff like that, and some actually came to life, Some didn't, but like some did, But like I don't really see that many like. That was like really a lot of suggestions back then, but like since 2 years I haven't seen like actually that many like mission suggestions or something like that. And I mean, what do people want in new update? I mean, like what was he expecting?
Well, I think I kind of overplayed his expectation thing. I just because he having expectations is not the issue, because he did say he wants some money in house rest and the trash server too. That that's not crazy. I didn't have a problem with his expectations, and I think I talked too much about it in the donkey. They just wanted to say a lot of things about the NFL and soccer, which didn't make any sense. But
no, just like what do you think do people would want these days? I mean, like what missions could really be added?
I have no idea. The thing is that my favorite subforum used to be the player suggestions. I used to love reading people's suggestions because a lot of them, some were interesting, some were bad, some were laughable.
some were bad, but they were laughable. Like it was entertaining, man.
Yeah, but as time has gone on, I figured that nothing was happening.
Marriage. I want to marry girl in CNR. Okay, make church. Let's marry. Have baby.
Yes, that was suggested by Rayo a long time ago. Yeah, he suggested marriage on the server. It's pretty funny.
And then 3 months down the road, he probably figured out that the girl he wanted to marry in game is like a shapeshifter anyway, you know? Or like one of many shimos on the server.
There's many trainees, yes. But as time went on with the player suggestion form, I just figured that there really was no point to read them anymore, because I kind of figured that we weren't going to get anything new anyway. And that's why you look down page 1, the last topic on page 1 is from late April, so people over time have stopped making suggestions.
See, that's what happens, right? When people are like, man, like there's one like period of enthusiasm, and people like want to think about things and add them, and at some point they're just like, bro, it's not gonna happen. Why waste time?
The last couple of years, I've been pretty much saying it's not gonna happen. Your suggestion's not gonna be implemented, no matter how good it is.
Yeah, like if it's good or bad, it doesn't matter.
How basic it is, like buying life insurance at City Hall, at hospital, like it's not gonna be implemented.
Exactly, yeah. Even when we did have updates, a lot of the suggestions that were suggested that people thought were excellent were not added. So, as time went on, you just thought, not really a point. Especially because version 24 was bigly based off of GTA Online.
Yeah,
so, that had nothing to do with what people suggested. Yeah, it was literally in an era when we were playing GTA Online with Mew and Crazy Bob. So,
that's pretty much it.
So maybe he was playing it to probe GTA Online to see what he could add to CNR. So that basically what was what it was.
Yeah, that's what the hit system was, basically. Everything.
Yeah. That's how it be, So that's why, you gotta be realistic. Times may be bleak, but bleak for people who have an expectation. At this point, it's on autopilot, as I usually say. The server been on autopilot, and that's how it'll be. The only issue is if the server actually goes down. That's the only issue. That's the point of it.
I hope he keeps his treasure aside until someone can actually pay for it.
Yeah, even after when he's not gonna be able to pay it anymore or be interested in it, maybe still
one day when it shuts down, someone might actually might offer that metal face amount of money.
Oh no.
That's what I was thinking too. Let's talk about bad updates, man. It happens to the big cats as well. Yesterday update came out for CSGO, right? Major is upon us. New major. Next week, I'm hyped about it. And freaking stickers came out, CSGO stickers for the major. So CSGO posts it on Twitter, they post it on HOTV, they posted stickers and viewer pass is available in the game. And almost 24 hours later, you can still not buy anything in game. Because apparently they had to retract the whole thing because, teams send in their logos and their, how they want their sticker to look like.
Yes.
And apparently Valve keeps fucking up. So you have this American team called Team Liquid, and they keep putting in their logo from 3 years ago. The dude, their main designer is oh, we paid, I don't know, insane amount of money, to have rebranding and not rebranding, but to freshen up the look of the brand, They do all this work, send it off to Valve, and the dudes can't even be bothered to look at what they're putting in updates, so they put in 3 old year sticker designs.
So whose fault is that? Team Liquid or CS Jokes? Valve.
CSGO jokes, probably. Yeah, Valve. So it does make you wonder, what sort of fucking monkeys work for some companies? Obviously, it's not CNR only struggling, Like,
It's true. It does make you wonder. It makes you think, oh, I could have done that better, or something like that. But yeah, a lot of games, like for example, last year when Madden 19 came out, for the first 3 weeks of the release, people were spamming Reddit with the amount of numerous bugs the game had. And the EA took a very long time to, fix and patch, because, EA's a bunch of dickheads, and all that. So, yeah, it happens to the big boys, too. The big boys always have issues with that, and they take a long time to fix that as well, and people can slander their game, That's how
Like, for example, at Twitch, I don't know, Ninja or something wants the mixer, right? And they put like porn on his his profile site.
Who put porn where?
I don't know, Twitch maybe messed up or something, or they did it intentionally because they were angry at Ninja for leaving Twitch for Mixer, So since they knew, like, the personal page of Ninja, is still like a massive hit click, like it's not like, still, even though the guy has moved onto the other platform, a lot of people are gonna still, a lot of people are still gonna type in like Ninja Twitch or something, and you can use that website to promote something or whatever, it's like a big hit click, whatever, like.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, if they did it intentionally because they were angry at him or something like that. But like, if, at some point, like, if you went on Ninja's profile, you would be played gay porn.
Twitch is a bunch of bitches. They're being bitches.
So I don't know if they're like intentionally being bitches, because they were just angry at the dude for leaving for the other platform, and they were like, yeah, like, whoever comes on here, like, let's play him some gay porn, so they'll think like he's like, Ninja is gay or something. I don't know how their brain works, but yeah, it was like a massive like scandal.
Twitch is a bunch of bitches. All right. There's a big issue going on.
There's also like one streamer, I don't know if you know her. Like, I don't really watch streamers, but like I read about it that like there's like one girl who's called like Alinity or something like that.
The cat?
I don't know really if I messed. So she like threw camera on the camera, threw it over their head, and she didn't get banned, and then like she already was cutting it tight there, like kind of playing with patience of community. But then she goes on like 1 week later, and she spews like she was drinking vodka or something, and the cat came over, and she was like mouth to mouthing vodka to cat or something like that, And then on the other side, you have people like, there's one guy who played Minecraft, and he simply opened like up inventory, and he had like Adolf Hitler skin, like clothes.
Oh, that guy's a fucking retard. He really is a retard. He's done shit with that before, and he cries wolf. He's a fucking retard.
But still, like, compared to that, it's kind of the same offense. Like, yesterday, there was, like, CSGO streamer who just said simply, like, pidar, to someone, like, which means gay. Like, you would say on... like, you literally would say on in-game, like, gay, or something like that.
Like I do.
Yeah. And he got banned, like, for 7 days, And this girl, like, nothing happens to her. She's, like...
Yeah.
Invincible, Like,
yeah, I guess this is why all the men are mad, because Twitch is taking advantage of all the female streamers. But yes, Alinity should have. Here's the thing. Now I don't, because Lil Tank told me this, and he was outraged with Alinity with throwing the cat. Now don't take offense to anybody. All right, I don't have a pet, and the only pet that I've been around are my grandparents' pets. I don't have a pet, so I don't really sympathize as much with this.
With the cat? Yeah, I mean, it's like not the end of the world. You know what they say, like, the cat always lands on their feet, They're, like, pretty good at that, like, landing on feet and stuff like that. But the second one, to me, is a bit, like, why would you, like, that's, like, why would you give your cat vodka and stuff like that? But, like,
that's stupid.
It's not even, it's not even about that much. It's just to show that, I don't know, some guy said something like, he didn't say nigger, Sorry, excuse me for the word. But he said something like similar, and Twitch thought that he said nigger, you know? And they like straight banned him, you know, like instead of like even like asking like what the hell everything is about, you know? Like you say a word or something, and some people are always like, and he was like a good streamer otherwise, you know? And I don't like even think he said nigger. It was like some, I don't know, weird word that maybe had sounded similar, you know? But like he wasn't even in a situation, I think, that he would say nigger, you know? He was like tilted or something, you know, that you would expect that he said that word. And they like straight out ban him, yet like you have some people that it's not that much like, okay, cat will survive and stuff, but like it's purely like you always kind of cutting it on the edge and you don't learn. Still you rely on like, I don't know, like she just must know at this point that nothing will happen to her, because any other person would have been like more careful from that mishap, you know? And I like either like never include their cats on cam anymore, or they be super more careful about it, you know? Not that you like 1 week later you do shit again, you know?
Amaranth had the same exact issue as the dude that you're talking about. People thought that she said the N-word, and I listened to it like 15 times. I tried to get the context to see what she was talking about, and she was talking about restaurants and ethnic restaurants. So people thought she did, and a lot of people said she didn't, but she didn't get banned yet. That dude did. So it does make you say or see that the cash cows always get the benefit of the doubt. Amaranth is a cash cow. Alinity is a cash cow. So if you're a cash cow, you have a much higher chance of going under the line. Although that guy, I forget his name because he's a fucking retard. What is his? I really want to know what his fucking name is. Anomaly. Yes, he's a fucking retard. He is a retard.
He is actually retarded.
See, the problem with him is that he does dumb snits, and then he says, "I didn't do nothing," because he did this thing last year or 2 years ago. So 2 years ago, he was playing PUBG, and he was making a character, and he made a black dude with prison garb, and then he started abruptly, like after 5 seconds after he made the last change, he started abruptly laughing, and he got his ass banned for that, and he should have gotten his ass banned for that. But he goes on Twitter and he's like, guys, Twitch, I got banned, I don't know what I did. See, he's the type of cocksucker where he does dumb snits, he knows he does dumb snits, he gets banned, he complains about it for the views, to get attention. And he did the same thing in that Minecraft crap. He did this, and you've been streaming for a couple years, you fucking dickhead. Like, first of all, what dumbass, what cocksucker makes a Hitler skin in Minecraft? Are you obsessed? Alright, Anomaly's a fucking cocksucker. You should get banned off of Twitch. I made
a swastika base in Terraria.
Let's hope you don't stream it.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, he does stupid shit, but at the same time, you could say, okay, Alinity does stupid shit. She knows that she does it, and she keeps doing it, for it.
Well,
it's same kind of. I mean. And also, like, I think, like, yeah, I agree with what you said. I think the problem about it was not even that, like, 1 second clip of showing that, because most people wouldn't have even noticed, I think, like, if he didn't say it, The problem was, like, his laugh after,
Yeah, exactly. See,
I don't know, that laugh just ruined it, I think that laugh kind of, like, fucked him, because, like, he started laughing about it, and he could, like, if he would maybe maintain serious face and he would be like, oh Jesus, I'm awfully sorry, and just close it, and no laugh, no nothing after, then maybe he would be taken seriously, like he's actually sorry and shit, But when, like, he laughs about it, many people didn't like that, I think.
Yes, Alinity should have at least gotten something done to her. I just don't think, I could be biased in a negative way because I don't really sympathize with pets, and the cat's fine, but that's not a very appropriate thing to do on stream. But I don't think those other situations are comparable or as comparable to what Alinity did, except the vodka thing. That's oh my god, my number one lotto, and I forgot to do lotto. Fucking hell, man. GG. Fucking gay. But yeah.
Wait, what? Gay? You'll get banned, bro. Cannot. But there's like one other policy of like Twitch that is really kind of fucking stupid, So this dude, Simple, that's like really good CSGO player, got banned on Twitch because he said pidar, like gay. And then apparently everyone else who is streaming and has banned person in team, they cannot be streaming. So you have like other pros that were streaming the game, and they all had to stop streaming because they were scared they will get banned too, because they're like promoting banned person, because dude was in stream, So that's kind of like stupid, because it makes you think like, if one in your 5-man team fucks up and gets banned, you cannot stream the game because you might get banned too for something they have done, and just because you have them on your stream as a part of a team, that's like retarded, So people were like, okay, so since the major starts like in under 7 days, and he got 7 days ban, that means like the major stream is also gonna get banned because they have banned person in it, the player that's banned. It's like a retarded rule,
This is why it's actually pretty difficult to be a streamer, a big streamer, because like it's not gonna happen. But if I was ever a big streamer, I like to say the word faggot, and there have been times, a lot of times on Twitch, where I accidentally say the word faggot, and the little tank is like, "Whoa, you can't say on Twitch, man." So I'd have a really hard, because the thing is with curse words, and you can tell a lot about a person by curse words. If you accidentally say a word, that means you use it, usually, There are words that I will not accidentally say because I don't use them. So whenever there's a scandal about some Twitch streamer saying a word that they shouldn't, they usually use that in their normal, way of speaking. And it can be very difficult to not do that when you're trying to, put makeup on and, say correct things. Though, it is getting a bit ridiculous. I understand that, being gay has become very serious lately. Before it was just racism, but now, anything related to sexual orientation is as serious as racism, which I don't understand. But in which case you can't really say a snip. That's the problem.
I mean, to me, it's just stupid. Like, if you were a good streamer, for example, right? And I'm like little time streamer, and I fuck up my channel for a week because I say word faggot, And you usually play with me, like we play duo or whatever on PUBG. That means I essentially fucked you over for like 1 week of your streaming because you're now scared to stream with me on stream, Like, that makes no fucking sense,
Yeah, problem is Twitch has to, they have to give more warnings. Like, for example, when CNI players, they get disabled and they're like, why no warning? I think Twitch has to talk to people. I really do. They just need to remind people, because getting suspended or banned on Twitch is very serious. I don't say that sarcastically, it actually is very serious. So I think they have to be a bit more communicative. And, it's funny because a year ago, Mixer was a joke. People thought it was a joke, when Almighty Tevin got banned off of Twitch for, somebody reported him for making fun of DSP, went on Mixer. People were like, and DSP was like, who the fuck streams on Mixer? And all that, but, Mixer is starting to get some traction, and with that deal with Ninja, and with people getting really mad at Twitch, Mixer may actually start to be a real competitor because Twitch is really not on their P's and Q's at this moment.
I wouldn't like go that far yet, you know, because still like I don't think even like Ninja leaving or even if Shroud left, you know, Twitch, I think Twitch would still survive because they have like tenfold or like not even tenfold, probably like 100-fold people streaming at the moment, like compared to Mixer, you know. But people do kind of like they put up with Twitch a lot, you know, and they never like express their like unhappiness, you know, because it was like only a platform and you either were like either you take it or you leave it, you know. You didn't like really have any really other viable option. But since like Ninja left, you know, for Mixer, people kind of like got a bit of courage, you know, to talk about things they don't like because they're like they at least in head they have idea, well, if Twitch doesn't like what I said, you know, and they ban me, I still have another option, you know, available to me.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Mixer is on the come up. Yeah, they're not there yet, but it's like Intel and AMD. Mixer is on the come up. Plus, Mixer is owned by Microsoft, so they, you know, they're not striking out anytime soon. It's the funny part.
Yeah, but I don't know if that fact kind of scares me or encourages me. I don't know, man. Microsoft in gaming. I don't know. Stick to fucking flight simulators, bitches.
Well, they have Xbox, but I don't know. You know, I mean, Twitch is not gonna go away, no matter what. It's just that there may actually eventually be some competition. You know, people last year were talking about, you know, when is Amazon gonna come out with a you know, video sharing service to compete with SnitTube, because a lot of people last year and now have issues with SnitTube too. So, you know, this is a time now where people can voice their opinion and talk some snit, and maybe things may happen. A competitor may come in, and you know, you never know. And you know, Mixer's pandering to the men right now because you know, I saw a video how you know, Mixer has guidelines for dress, and there are a lot of women upset about that, and a lot of men are very happy about that. You know.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, like Twitch was like great at the beginning. To me, like at the beginning, it was really great. You know, it was like before that you had Justin TV, and my problem with Justin TV was also that people kind of like streamed like chat talks like we have now. You know, that's not like really gaming to me. You know, or like, you know, you have section now on Twitch which is called just chatting, or people go outside to store and they stream themselves, right? Twitch was a gaming platform and it was about the games, and people like really like that at the beginning, you know. But as time went on, they like got crazy numbers when they introduced just chatting, because people that had to pretend to play the game before, you know, like for example, I really get pissy at streamers like Kitty, I don't know,
No
Kitty
idea.
something.
No idea.
I don't know, she was like really like, she had a lot of viewers on CSGO, you know. But she would like literally stream like one game on small screen, and then she would talk in between about the game kinda, you know, but not really. And that would be like for 2 times longer than the game itself was. And to anyone there, it was obvious that like she doesn't like the game, she just like likes the platform, and she needs an excuse, you know, of a game to play. So she could pick whatever game at that time CSGO was most popular, and she was just using the game to get herself out there, you know. But now people don't need to do that anymore. They just go and just chatting, you know, and it's okay. And that's like really pissing me off, because it's like they use the game, you know, and pretend that they liked it just to get a platform. Why didn't you just go to fucking YouTube or some other platform, you know? Like, why use gaming platform and ruin it? And now, like, you have a bunch of, like, just chatting shit and ASMR shit and stuff like that. I'm like, hello, like, Twitch is fucking gaming platform. Like, how does this have anything to do with gaming, you know? Or, like, like girl dancing, like, almost topless, like, to some fucking Zumba or whatever, you know? Bro, since when that is gaming? Like, since when that's gaming? What's that like have to do with gaming? Just go to fucking, I don't know, like 4Cams or whatever shit, or like, or some other platform that streams like real life videos, you know? Like, stop fucking abusing the system and platform to get viewer. Like, if she went on some like real life platform where people are streaming, I don't know, like stuff from Palestine or like Iraq or whatever, you know, like Warzone or whatever, that's interesting. And she was there like jiggling like her boobies out or like whatever, people would be like, what the heck, you know? She probably like would have harder start, but like, because she was on Twitch, you know, and it's a bunch of like sad virgins, to put it ugly way, it's like a nice outlet for them, you know? And I really hate that, because you can honestly clearly see like how many people like used to stream CSGO before, you know? And since just chatting got introduced, CSGO never saw them again, you know? Never saw a light of day of them again, you know? Like ever. They never ever streamed CSGO again, you know? And I'm pretty sure like it happened with other games too. And I think like in a way it helped like Twitch to grow, because they got massive numbers like with people watching.
About the money. It's all about the money.
That sort of shit, you know? But to actual people who enjoyed Twitch just because of that, because it was a gaming platform compared to like Justin TV or whatever it was, people like that change, that people like Twitch because of that. And those people are like kind of like disappointed now, you know? So I don't know really. They gained like a lot of viewers with introducing Just Chatting, but I think like kind of shot themselves in the foot as well.
It's all about the money.
So if Mixer is about to be more serious when it comes to that terms, you know, like clothing and stuff, people that initially liked Twitch for that might actually just move to Mixer, you know, because they'll think it's more like legit, you know.
Well, the thing about why don't these grills go to, you know, what do you say, 4Cams? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, the thing is that even though they're doing this kind of stint on Just Chatting, I'm sure internally these women do not want to be seen as trashy by going on campsites.
Oh no, I'm not trashy, but I have my fucking T-line just like half of centimeter above my nipples. But dudes, I'm a gamer. Like in my profile, it says I'm a gamer since I'm 4 years old. I played Nintendo, I played Mario Kart, and I played Tetris. I'm a gamer. Yeah, get the fuck out, piece of shit. You don't even know how to hold the mouse, you piece of shit. Gamer,
Exactly.
my fucking ass. You played Tetris once in your life and Mario Kart, but you probably got shit on. And now you're gamer. Yeah, my fucking ass.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's exactly the reaction that it should be. You know, I mean, they're basically doing the same thing.
I just love those profiles, you know, girls that really try too hard, you know, to convince people they are gamers, but they choose games that every normal human person being normal, like with brain, knows that it's not really a game that's considered like a game, you know, like professional game or whatever. Like if you played, I don't know, Tamagotchi, like on fucking, you know, you fed, you know that thing, like it was like Tamagotchi, I don't know, you had those things.
I don't know.
Like, I don't know, it's a game where you had to feed your animal and like keep it clean and shit like that, you know? Like if you play that, you're not a gamer to me. Even if you played fucking Sims, you're not a gamer to me. It's like, how is that a gamer? Oh my god, I try every day, I train hard, I don't know what, to get better at Sims, to drown 5 people in pool, not 10. I know.
I'm kind of surprised, Cash, because I thought...
I just get so tilted over this, like, you can probably hear it, right? Like, it tilts me so fucking hard, it's insane.
I'm actually very surprised, Kish, because I thought you were on the side of, you know, get cash the way they can, and, you know, if they can do it, then they can do it. I thought you were on that side.
No. Yeah, do it, but do it, like, in legit platform, you know? If you know how to make money and you think you got what it takes, why do it like this? I mean, it's not really nice way to do it, in my opinion. Man, if you're so confident in your chatting skills or whatever, I don't know, open up fucking business, talk like to dudes, you know, have a therapeutical services, I don't know, be a psychiatrist or something. I don't know.
I don't know about that. I'm sure Amaranth is, way more content with having 25,000 people watch her do ASMR, and she's married. You know, that's just makes you wonder what kind of people in the world.
It's just funny that like a lot of times, you know, those girls don't. Even that's shady to me. Like, if you have to like withhold information, you know, because you're scared you will not get viewers if people know that you're married and stuff. That's hella shady to me, you know.
It is.
I don't know if I would want to be a husband of such a wife, you know, that like withholds information that she's married. I mean, yeah, from business side, the dude must like it, you know. Like the boobies of her wife like bring in like mad cash, you know, but still like morally it wouldn't sit nice with me, you know, somehow like knowing that my own wife like hides the fact that she's married to me to fuel on like 12-year-old virgins, you know.
Yeah, and that's why cash revolves around, everything revolves around cash. Her husband, you know, the funny thing is that, you know, like you said, she makes the cash with her boobies, and in the end, guess who's the only person who gets to have those boobies? Him.
Yeah, I understand that fact, but still, you know. I mean, it's like, I'm just thinking, you know, if she was like really nice person, and she was worth watching, you know, for other than her physique or whatever, you know, people wouldn't mind if she's married, you know? She could tell those 12-year-old virgins that she's married, and if they would like genuinely enjoy her, you know, and her play or her talks or whatever, you know, her as personality, they would still watch her, you know?
Yeah, but you know how 12-year-old boys are. You know, some of them are not going to watch for content, they're going to watch for the boobies.
So yeah, like earlier you said, you know, Twitch has like its own cash cows, you know? Yeah, yes. Those cows, what do they have, like boobs full of cash?
Yeah, the 12-year-olds don't have much cash, it's true, yeah. Actually, you're right. You're right, yeah. I mean, it depends on who it may be, but there is still people who donate thousands of dollars to these women, which doesn't really make any sense.
One thing I also don't understand is like people donating mad cash to pro streamers, you know? Like, I mean, to someone like Shroud or whatever, you know? Fuck, bro, he probably gets like million per month, you know? Already, like, I know, like, you appreciate them and stuff, or like to pro team players, you know? They have like 10k salary or something, and you donate to them, you know? Like, bro, they like, that $5 will make a difference to them.
Yeah,
you know?
if you want to donate to a broke ass.
Yeah, you know? Exactly. I mean, you can like both of them, you know. I like for example, I love Tarek, you know. He's fucking stupid as shit, but man, he's so entertaining to watch, you know. And sometimes I'm like, bro, this dude keeps me entertained, you know. I want to pay him money, you know. But I can let him know that I appreciate him in chat, you know, or something like that, or just telling other people I enjoy his stream and linking them to it or whatever, you know. But still, I wouldn't donate to him because I know that he doesn't need my $5, you know. I would rather donate to some poor ass that I also enjoy, and I would just pick that poor ass over Tarek, you know, because I know bro is okay, you know. He has like 10k salary, so he's not gonna miss my $5, you know. Whereas exactly. With my $5, I can make a date to someone that I also enjoy to the same level, you know, but they haven't made it.
Exactly, people. You know, you gotta be smart with your donations. You're gonna donate to a streamer. Make sure that they're worth donating, because if they don't have snit, and you give them snit, they will thank you a lot more than someone who does.
I do understand people say, oh, but I want to give €5 to them, you know, even if he has a lot of money, because I enjoy him, you know, so I'm paying for my entertainment. Yeah, I understand that, bro, but still, like, what if you enjoy two people? You know, think about like who you donate. I mean, I would rather donate to the poor dude. You know.
Exactly. Gonna segue here, almost done with the show. Speaking of poor, not poor in cash maybe, but poor in conduct, Paris got that ass banned. She got that ass banned, or disabled rather, same shit, basically.
See, Parrish, imagine if Parrish went on Twitch, okay? and she streamed in just... Man, that would be like... She would have a lot of hippies chipping in.
Wait, hold on, she streamed in what? You cut out. Streamed in what now?
She could literally go on Twitch and stream in just chatting, you know?
Oh.
In just chatting section, and she could talk about all those like topics that she talks on forum. And I'm sure she would find like a lot of wicked people on Twitch that would want to listen to them.
That's true, yeah, she could play the guitar too or something, you know?
Yeah.
Probably should give her that idea, you know?
Because, I mean, even if people don't agree with it, you know, they love seeing crazy people on Twitch, you know? I mean, I'm not trying to say she's crazy, you know, but like...
Crazy, yeah.
People watch different people, you know what I'm trying to say. Like, no one likes to watch like a general classic mundane person, you know, or whatever is the word.
Mundane, yeah.
Like, yeah, like no one likes to do that, you know. Everyone wants to watch someone that's like off charts in one way or the other, you know. Either like they're like Dr. Disrespect, you know, who shouts and screams and like has a persona about him, or you know, they have to be off charts in some way, you know? And I think like she has that X factor.
Yeah, it's true. And Paris should be thinking about that because she's disabled, and you know, you gotta do other things when you're disabled. You got her ass disabled because she is back at home with her bros, which she usually is not at, and she was playing CNR with her brothers on the server. I don't know if she was playing with them or alongside them, or if they were on the server at the same time just doing their other thing, but as usual they were cheating. And you know what they say, you are responsible for your own IP, and they all had the same IP, and Paris got that ass disabled.
Get that ass bang.
And that's how it be, you know.
Do you feel sorry for her?
Do I feel sorry?
She's victim of her own brothers.
I mean, it's kind of tough. In the past, I did not feel sorry. In some way now, I don't really feel sorry because, I mean, obviously, you know, what is she gonna do? She's got 3 or 4, 5 brothers. You know, you can't babysit and restrict men, even though they're, you know, hyenas. You know, you can't really, you know, stop that. The issue, it's almost the same, similar to Anomaly. Obviously, Paris is not nearly as dumb as Anomaly is, but she has to condemn them. She has to. All right, you know, it's one thing that they cheat, but you have to. Well, we all know that, you know, you love your family and all this, but you have to condemn them. Because when people come around and they hear you, you know, you get banned and you say, oh, you know, they just cheat because, you know, they're off the cuffs and all that. Even if you cannot stop them, you have to condemn them. Because people have to know that you don't support this.
You kind of really liked her after our interview, though. I mean, Roshan, you were really nice to her. You never, like, asked her why she doesn't condemn her brother.
Yeah, that is the regret I have, because I forgot to ask why she doesn't condemn them. Yeah, obviously...
5 minutes with a girl, Rashawn, and you already forget your fucking agenda.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the biggest thing that I forgot from that interview. But you know, the thing is, you know, her brothers are not defensible. There is no reason to defend their actions. You have to condemn their actions, even if it doesn't make them... What the fuck? Speaking of guys who hate Parrish, XXS, he got a birthday before the end of the last game week, and now he's won Lotto, actually. But yeah, You gotta give the optics out there, because there are a lot of people that think Parrish is a snitz. There are people who think she's weird, but there are people who think she's a snit. I don't think she's not a snit. She's not a snit. But you gotta put the vibe out there that you do not accept and condone what they are doing.
Maybe she just doesn't condone anyone because she's free-minded, free heart, one love. Cannot condemn someone if you have this sort of thinking.
Well, wait, did you say Charlie Sheen, or did I think that?
No, what?
Oh, okay.
Charlie Sheen.
Well, I thought of Charlie Sheen when you said that, because he's positive. But,
Positive what? HIV?
yeah, he's HIV positive, So, you can't be positive about everything, Sometimes you gotta call it out,
You know that one, right? When the whole week is shit and everything goes bad, you gotta be happy that at least you received something positive like that week, which is HIV test result.
Exactly. And, Parrish and Charlie Sheen can live a long, positive life. Well, healthy life, but there's just some things that you gotta deal with, and the bros are something you gotta deal with, and that's how it be. She has made an identity for herself separate from her brothers, in the CNR community. But for others, that'll never be acknowledged. And the longer that she stays in the same roof, under the same roof as her bros, that is just going to be the reality.
Yeah, she tried to make personality for herself outside the boundaries of her brothers, but because she doesn't condemn them in a way, that line never gets completely drawn, between them. There's always connection mother has with child through belly button. They cannot be separated.
Exactly. And what's ironic is usually siblings fight, but they apparently don't. So what's funny is that if this was a usual sibling thing, Parrish wouldn't even want to have anything to do with,
what would you do with your sister if she cheated on CNR and you would have bad rep? I would fucking probably kill my brother. Not kill, but I would not be happy about it, and I would let him know.
I wouldn't be happy
just
either.
Say that he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, she just be like, she a cheater, and I ain't with that type of snitz and all that. For example, Misfit and Lovely Sinner are sisters, I believe, and they do not associate with each other at all. At all.
Misfit kind of has a thing for bad guys, She's that type of girl who likes bad.
Yeah, that's why she got banned 4 years ago. But yeah, it's how it be. So siblings, usually siblings fight and they don't have anything to do with each other. And I think Parrish may have to take a page from those two, Lovely Sinner and Misfit, because they don't hang out with each other at all. They don't even acknowledge each other on the server, at all. Yep. So that's how it be, and that's how it be for the Punkery show. It's gonna do it for the Punkery show.
Did anyone even follow up with us on this Twitch fucking drama and shit? I don't know how much people follow other games, or other Twitch or communities, gaming in general outside. Sometimes it feels like CNR people are fully dedicated to CNR, nothing else.
I have no idea. You look at the cafes, they have, they can't even watch Twitch without, waiting 10 minutes for Chrome to come up, or Opera or something, so that's how it be. I don't know. I think most people who, associate themselves with other things usually don't play CNR in the first place, which means they be gone.
I'm honestly surprised by you, a lot of Twitch shit for always trying to convince me you don't watch booby streamers, kind of a lot of shit, man. Getting suspicious.
Well, I watched a channel, a YouTube channel. This dude named Memology. He makes a lot of videos about, Twitch and other crap. He used to be a DSP detractor, video maker, but now he's kind of branched out into other stuff. and he talks about Twitch snit. So, and sometimes Little Tank tells me about how Linity, threw a cat, or how Amaranth might have said the N-word, and how, other people do other things. So, I get my information from stuff. I don't watch Linity, I don't watch Amaranth, I don't watch, a lot of these T streamers or anybody like that.
You even get links from me how Finnish gamers are rather cooking their minced meat other than practice.
Gotta have some protein, you gotta get your daily protein. I mean, if the dude wants to make his minced meat, he has to have protein at this set time for his regimen. I mean, that's just how it is, Maybe it's a way for him to get psyched up for the game, right?
I just love how their manager says something like, this dude, deeply troubled person, and he's from Finland. Like, the manager is from Finland and the dude is from Finland, And he says like, oh, this dude is deeply troubled person. Yeah, no shit, he's from Finland, bro. Do you know a one normal person from Finland that's not deeply troubled? Like, list me one on CNRU.
The so-called... I think Canada's not troubled. But the so-called happiest country in the world.
What? Canada is not troubled?
I mean, I don't think there's really... I don't think there's an issue with him. Like, he doesn't look depressed. He's... he fucks with Chivo a lot, but he doesn't look depressed or anything, Maybe he's closet depressed. What do you say, Vega?
Is Alexi a Finnish player?
Yeah, he's not... Yeah, he's... I mean, he's...
Okay, Alex is kind of normal. How old is he? He's probably the only normal.
Yeah, he's more normal. He may have some issues too, a little bit, like subtle issues, but nothing that alarms you or anything. He's a cool dude. But yeah.
I mean, as much as you, anyway.
I say this, we're like, oh, Alexia, he's probably normal. Oh, this dude is probably normal. Yeah, tonight they're probably taking fucking sauna with their own mothers.
That's the thing. Again, like I said, the so-called happiest country in the world, Finland. That's how it be. Again, I'll do it for the Punkery show. For Kesh and Vega, this is Rashawn. We'll see you next time on It Is Them.
Bye.